The agents that I have that have offices that show up here, right, that
Hmm.
take the classes are the pros making the most money year after year after year. If you show up, we will help you succeed. If you can't write a contract on the back of your car on a Saturday night, then you don't know enough. All you have to do is show up. Just show up and you can succeed. Let's get to the point.
I remember whenever I first started my career in real estate, I would be in the office every single day in that little bullpen area, and agents will just walk by, or they're gonna be right there next to me having conversation about real estate, and I'm just sitting and wondering, and I do not know what they're talking about, all those terms and they're talking about disastrous transactions.
Sure.
And of course, I'm fresh out of real estate school, and all this is coming at me. So, just having the confidence that somebody around me knows what they're talking about, it was so important to me to have as a new agent, to know that if I have a question, if I uh, stumbled somewhere in the transaction, that people were right there and I can ask my question. That was one of the biggest values I saw.
I remember it too. When I started, I think we had 45 agents here, and that's true. And I showed up every day, took classes because I always said I was one of the slow ones. I took some classes 2 times right away and I still thought it took me a year and a half until I was halfway comfortable doing pretty much anything in real estate. So I've been here 20 years as a real estate agent, the broker, and the team leader, and I can guarantee you, and we actually were thinking about doing guarantees. If you show up, the agents that I have that have offices that show up here, right, that
Hmm.
take the classes are the pros making the most money year after year after year. So the upside for what we're talking about to anybody that's listening is if you show up, we will help you succeed.
Bottom line is, those who show up, those who treat it as a business, not just as a hobby, those are the agents on top. And
Mhm.
those are the agents who you will see every single day in the office, grabbing quick coffee and being back on the phone. And those are the agents who are the most willing to share that knowledge and experience with the rest.
So, from a curriculum path, Vanya, what do you think? What explain the curriculum path a little bit on what's possible for an agent?
Oh my gosh, there's so much, especially since we're rolling right in 2022 around the corner. And um, we were working on the training calendar starting with Ignite, which launches your career in real estate.
So,
Uh,
what is Ignite? How many? Tell us more about that.
I believe it's about 30 plus hours of training.
Yeah.
As I was saying, real estate school does not teach you how to sell real estate. Well,
Right.
Ignite will teach you. It will get you into the habit of lead generation. It will get you into a habit of coming to the office, treating it as a job, and being successful. It will give you the tools to launch your career. Into real estate. They're
Right.
calling it the two segments that they have. It's Spark and Elemental. So you're trying to spark your career into
Hmm.
real estate,
Hmm.
really.
Kind of gives you a little bit of self confidence. When you
Absolutely.
finish the 30 hours, you have a general idea of how to do it all, and then with a little
Hmm.
bit of help, right? You
Absolutely.
can actually do a transaction coming right out of there, or even in the middle. You get a little bit of buyer training, a little bit of seller training, right?
And the one thing I love about that class, it builds that camaraderie with our agents,
Hmm.
between our agents, where they go do open houses together, they go door knocking together, they hold different events together, and those friendships, those relationships built into the class carry long past it, where now you're way into your real estate career, you're professional. Now you come together with those people, share ideas, share different strategies that work for some, don't work for others.
Right.
So,
Yep. Yep. So we touched on a curriculum path, and then we started with Ignite.
mhm.
Then what comes next?
So afterwards, we have different spin-offs. We have the buyer mastery or win with buyers. We have win with sellers. We have lead generation 36, 12, 3. Um, Jeff,
That's 36 closings
36 closings in a
in a
year,
year
in
in
12
12 months
months,
with
3 per month.
3 hours of lead
Yeah.
generation
So,
to
mhm,
create that. So the whole curriculum path for us is to teach real estate agents how to block the block their time, show up, which is what we're talking,
mhm.
show up in the morning, hopefully like 9 until noon, to lead generate, and then in the afternoon they should go on appointments or take additional classes until they have the confidence to be able to lead generate and create the business that they need. All right.
Actually, for those who are a little more ambitious, I've even put on the calendar some scripts and role playing at 8 o'clock every morning. So if you're that agent who is not very confident or is not quite sure what your conversation needs to be,
Mhm.
show up at 8 o'clock. We'll practice those scripts with you. We'll make sure that you sound like that real estate professional, like that confident agent whenever you're in front of your clients.
People say I don't like scripts. It makes me sound fake.
Absolutely. And I'm one of those people. Like, I hate scripts, but here's the thing, if you practice enough and if you make it your own, it doesn't have to be fake. It doesn't have to. You just need to know the right thing to say so you don't get yourself or your client into trouble. And that's not necessarily a script, it's just learning the answers to those frequently asked questions.
It's very true. Uh, the attorneys that I deal with all the problems that do come up, they often say, talk less, listen more. Don't try to be what you're not. You're a real
Hmm.
estate agent with a real estate license, and refer everything else to the people that are pros at it. Right.
Absolutely. Stay in your lane.
One time, this is people laugh at this. One time years ago, I had one of these little mini recorders in my pocket that I used to keep notes on. Then, right, instead of this is prior to cell phones, and I left it on. So uh, there's a lesson at the end of this. So I left it on, and I'm talking to these people that I'm showing a condo to, and I get home after the day, and I listened to that, and I thought, why in the world did I say half of what I recorded? It was a big lesson on, talk less and listen more.
Absolutely.
Even when you go to a listing appointment, the the person that talks the most doesn't necessarily win. Like if you're
Mhm.
an agent, you should be listening more than talking, and let the seller in this case, find out what their needs are and take care of them, right?
Exactly. Here's the thing, nobody wants to sound unprofessional in front of a client. Nobody wants to say, I don't know. Nobody told me that, or
Yeah.
anything of the sort. So, having that practice beforehand with us where you're allowed to make a mistake,
Mhm.
it's so much better than jumping the gun and going to that appointment and, hi, Mr. Buyer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah,
So,
you're
we don't want to
practicing
do
on
that.
your client, right? That's not,
Perfect practice makes perfect.
but you don't practice on your clients. You
Yeah.
come to these classes and get good at it. It's the same thing with regard to the contracts. What I say is, if you can't write a contract by yourself on a Saturday or Sunday night on the hood of your car, you're not good enough at it yet. It's the same thing
Absolutely.
with what you're saying.
Hmm.
Become a professional, be good at what you do, provide a great service, and you'll have a wonderful business that'll fund an amazing life.
Absolutely. And let's be honest, Keller Williams, we are a technology company, and there's so much technology out there that we offer. And it's hard for people who are maybe not as technologically advanced as I am to learn all that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we have the classes for. That there's a tech class every week. There's a tech class in each of the business centers. So the biggest problem we're having whenever we switch to a new technology is people don't want to learn it because they're used to, they're building that habit.
Mm-hmm.
But if only agents show up for 2 classes and see how user friendly the technology we offer is, they're going to be mind blown.
Here's what I say to this. So even if you're not techie, like you said,
Hmm.
the new technology is here. Do you think the future is going to be full of technology, more or less?
Oh, absolutely,
Way
more
more, right?
100%.
Exactly. So i- if you're new in real estate, how can you take advantage of that to get I don't know, an advantage on the existing real estate agents who have been doing it for a long time? The technology is the way to go. If you can excel at the technology, you can get into the business at a higher level and have a competitive advantage over those that don't, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we offer our own KW, an agent branded app, which is amazing. I love the function where you can just walk the neighborhood, press a button, and you see all the houses that are listed near you.
Mhm.
So we offer that for free within our company. We offer the agents websites. We're helping you with building your social brand, which again, it's something that Keller Williams does a little different, where we encourage the agents to build their own brand, to build their own name and their own business. We have the websites built where agents can go and watch the training videos. We offer the Zoom training just like any other brokerage. We offer all this, but in the end of the day, none of that matters if you don't show up, if you don't take the classes, if you don't put the time, you don't invest into yourself.
So the lesson here is if you're a newer agent, get to the technology classes because you can
You can run your entire business out of one platform.
and have a competitive advantage over those that are experienced, right?
We are the only real estate company in the world that has an official partnership with both Google and Facebook.
Mhm.
So that is a huge advantage for our agents that if taking the time to learn, they can cash big time on their efforts. I was just in a class with Almeida, and he was sharing how he invested $1,500 in Facebook real estate leads, and his agents and his team netted $250,000 gross commission income. So that is huge. I would sit in that bullpen area. Thank you. Okay.
I actually need a haircut too.
Yeah. Side note.
Okay.